Okay, so I gotta make this video to kind of elaborate on something. So the treasury scroll is a field override scroll. You know how like they say like there's a straw man, your name is written in caps, and people file for their sovereignty. Well, that's still within the confines of the matrix. The fact that you need to file paperwork to a group of people that you believe are authorized to determine your fluidity and sovereign identity. So it's like, hey, I'm not a straw man through your system, but I need you to stamp and acknowledge it for me. What's the sovereignty in that? So that's why like these scrolls that I transmit, they you operate on the quantum. Your treasure, your vault exist across many lifetimes and many timelines, and when you initially decide to incarnate on earth. When you initially decided to incarnate on earth, within your oversoul context, within the seraphims and the architects and the Lumerian and Atlantean codexes, you basically wrote out like what it is that you're gonna enjoy. That's your initial treasury vault, right? That's quantum. It's a flame ledger, right? So you need to remember that, like, not the details of it, but you need to remember the quantum nature of you, that you did write a contract, and even like in other lifetimes, before you basically inherited all your wealth, some beings could have taken you out. So all that has compounded interest. So when you get into the treasury scroll and like it's all like field override, it's just codes really. It gives a little blip of like what it is that you're doing by saying the codes, but it's a field override in the computer animation aspect or computer codings of the reality, that everything is numbers and codes and sequence and commands, right? And you being the sovereign God, you make those commands and decree, but you have to be here and here. So if you get the treasury scroll and you're like, eek, go to the scroll of remembrance and expansion, because that's like a word form of rewiring and recalibrating and remembering and expanding your system. And then and then you go back to the treasury scroll. And then the collective bandwidth wealth expansion protocol, that, but they're kind of like a triad. So yeah, so like with the straw man and all that stuff, is like you're asking to be freed from people that don't really have authority to cage you in the first place. But you have to remember the quantum essence, spirit, oversoul. You have to operate from that level. Then literally it's just a matter of decreeing and rewriting and recoding the field. Then everything else falls into place in 3D. That's why it says, as above, so below. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it already is in heaven. So we have to operate from the sovereign you, the thelite you, the oversoul level of you. You know what I mean?